And welcome back to Who Would Win. Today's Who Would Win comes to us from Guillermo El Costa, or Costa, who asked the question, who would win a fight, Rainbow Dash versus Buttercup? Rainbow Dash is obviously one of the members of them. She's oh god, what is it called? Not a questronaut, an alicorn. I believe she's an alicorn. She's not a full alicorn, though. She doesn't have the horn like a unicorn. But she's actually, I believe she's a Pegasus. Rainbow Dash is a very gung ho, very hyperactive, and the whole friendship is magic thing. She is though also one of the has led groups of horses or flying Pegasus, I guess is the better term, into not combat but aiding her friends and different sucking up hurricanes, things along those lines to help save the day. But in terms of combat, what does she bring to the table? Well, she is durable for a pony, capable of taking solid hits. She's also very fast, capable of flying at such a speed where she breaks not the sound barrier, but the light spectrum barrier, causing the rainbow boom, or the sonic rainbow, which is kind of nuts. She is capable of flying so fast that she's actually able to manipulate water droplets around her. She can kick clouds away and even cause storms or just dissipate them, which is actually a lot of power when you really break it down. She is capable of actually creating tornadoes on her own with the help of other horses. She's actually capable of dissipating full-on hurricanes. She does state, however, that one of her weaknesses is long-distance flight. She is not capable of doing that. And she's not a fighter by any real stretch of the means. Buttercup is obviously one of three of the Powerpuff Girls. She doesn't seem to have any real special abilities like, say, Bubbles or Blossom does. But she is stated to be the fastest and physically strongest of the three sisters, which might just mean that's her special ability. She's also arguably the best fighter of the two. She's the tomboy of the group, but that's neither here nor there. She is the one who likes to fight the most. And when we say she's the strongest, we're talking about the strongest of a group of girls who can lift monsters by them, like monsters that weigh God knows how many tens, if not hundreds of tons on their own. And girls who are capable of moving so fast they broke the time barrier and traveled back and forth from the future to the past. So she's the fastest of that. Like the other Powerpuff Girls, she's also highly durable, capable of taking most general forms of damage without too much difficulty. Capable of surviving extreme heat like lava, even acid won't burn them. She is capable of also creating fireballs by rubbing her hands together. It's not known if this is an ability exclusive to her. Firing out laser beams from her eyes, creating other laser-like energy blasts. She is also very self-conscious at points. For a while, she needed her Lucky Blankie to fight, but that's no longer something she needs to work with. And she is also a little, not egotistical, she's a little full of herself because she believes herself to be the best fighter, which she kind of is. She's not the best overall in terms of strategic knowledge. There's a reason she's not the leader. Blossom is, but she can think outside the box in ways Blossom can't. In terms of combat, but she's mostly just because she's young and has a bit of a ego. She can underestimate her opponent, which causes her to be overwhelmed by stronger opponents that she's not ready for. So who would ultimately win in a fight between these two? It's unique because there's a lot less Toon Force in, say, the Powerpuff world than there is in the My Little Pony world. Like, the logic just doesn't freaking make sense in the My Little Pony world versus the Powerpuff Girl world. So there is that needs to be taken into consideration. However, I will say there's enough logic there that we can at least get an idea. And I think the real issue here is that while Rainbow Dash is durable, no doubt about it, they don't have many characters in the My Little Pony world that hit as hard or as strong or as fast as the Powerpuffs themselves. Like these are girls who can move giant tens to hundreds ton monsters with pure physical strength alone, let alone their other abilities that come along with theirs. And move at the speeds beyond light to the point where they actually traveled in time. Now, granted, that level of speed they show is not shown very often, but they are capable of it in a pinch. So you're dealing with speeds of that level. Rainbow Dash does not move so fast she travels through time. Is not durable enough to then survive a hit of someone moving near that fast. That's basically like a mass infinite punch scenario right there from like the Flash. Not to mention that Buttercup still also has fire capabilities, laser capabilities, or energy-based capabilities, and is just a actual fighter as opposed to Rainbow Dash, who's not so much. Is it to say that Rainbow Dash would be completely curb stomp? No. Rainbow Dash still is pretty durable and has enough physical strength to literally move clouds with the strike of her kick, which is actually not a small feat to do. And manipulate water to some degree and move at such a speed that she actually breaks a certain type of barrier. So if she literally hits Buttercup with the power of that could knock Buttercup up on her ass and maybe even knock her out, which would win the confrontation. But Buttercup would eventually wake up and want to get payback on Rainbow Dash. So it would be a short-lived win. And then Buttercup would come and probably knock her ass out. I actually don't think, by the way, that Buttercup would kill Rainbow Dash either. I think she'd just knock the horse out. So I do think Buttercup would probably take it. She's more cantankerous, yes. She can underestimate her opponent, yes. But she's also physically stronger, physically faster, more durable, and just an actual fighter. So she just spends her days actually fighting opponents. So ultimately, I would definitely go Buttercup in this scenario. Is there an avenue that Rainbow Dash could win? Yes, technically speaking, there's an avenue. Is it a perma win? Is it like a win that I would say would give her like the true win in this scenario? No, I think Buttercup would ultimately shake off the hit, however strong it may be. Maybe not shake it off, but eventually brush it off. Not even brush it off. She would shake it off. I think it'd be like one of those, boom. She might be like punch drunk for a little bit, like, and go like, and then come after Rainbow Dash after that. So I think Buttercup will win the fight. I do think that. But that's just my opinion. Let me know in the comments below what you think. And thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you for the next one later.